Welcome back to Good Living Alaska. So last week we tore down the cabin.
Yes,
it's gone.
It is gone.
So this week we are going to go ahead and prep our RV sites. Now, obviously they're not going to be completed. We're going to have to bring in gravel, redo roads, and put in electric and put in water, but that's going to be in the future. So that's going to be down the road from here.
Well, it's
next year probably.
Well, it's about to snow. So our first snow usually is at the end of October.
Yep.
So we're trying to get as much done before the first snow, but it comes springtime when everything starts to melt, we'll be back out here and getting it done.
Yeah, probably looking at getting gravel in first. And then we're going to cut in the electric and water.
Yeah, this is where the real excitement for me starts because now it is getting real. Our vision is going to be coming true as we measure and mark trees that need to come down and start clearing lots. So come with us and we'll show you how we're going to do it.
Yeah, we got a lot, so we got to get started.
A lot of work. So as we go along, we are going to try to make these slots as natural as possible and keeping as many trees as we can. We could cram a lot more in here, but our vision is to keep it natural and give people a little bit more privacy and a little more space than your average RV park. So we're excited to do that. So we're gonna save as many trees as we can.
Yeah, keep it Alaskan.
Yes, we want people to feel like they are truly in Alaska.
So just to start, I kind of already seeing it. So what I'm thinking is like people pull in straight here, and then when they're pulling in straight, they can back right up into this spot right here. So we're going to put it like at a diagonal here. So I see one like right here. I see another one there where the Airstream is, right? And then maybe we can find 2 or 3 more spots back there. And of course, there's always the back line, property line that we can line things up to, because from like the tree line back is like almost 70 feet. So
yeah,
we should have quite a bit of space.
I think the bigger RVs are going to go towards the back and the smaller ones are going to go up front here. Smaller to mid-size. And we are also going to have a spot for a pod or a tent. So thank you again for that recommendation, because that's good to have just in case somebody wants to tent camp.
Yeah. And then I figured behind us here where the cabin was, we could put a couple RVs too.
Yeah.
There's less trees obviously over here, but I mean, we might as well fill it. I mean,
yeah, we might as well use the space we have. So,
yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and measure.
All right, so there we got our line there, and we got our white line over there. All right, so this is where we're thinking we're going to put the RV site here. So the RV would go here, a vehicle could park right over here. And what we're trying to do here is we're trying to do bigger lots just for comfort, right? So there's going to be a little place for them to do a little campsite, a little campfire. Try to have some trees in between every lot. And that way it's just more relaxing and it's not so crowded. And so what we're going to have is we're going to have the picnic table, the little campfire site, and then they're going to have room for their RV and a vehicle next to it. And then trees in between. And that's our plan here. So that's why we're trying to do 20 feet minimum. And then for the width, and then length of this one is actually 40 feet. We measured this not too long ago, and it is 40 feet all the way back to the property line, both sides here. And plus we know that too, because our Airstream is a 30-footer, and well, you can see the 16-foot trailer actually parked in front of it. So more than enough space for that. So that's what, 46 feet plus? So yeah, easy.
And then with the trees, like we said, we're trying to make it as natural as possible. So some of the bigger ones will have to be taken out, but some of these, like these smaller ones and mid-sized ones, we're actually going to dig them up and relocate them to help make the natural barrier between the sites.
All right, so some of our lots are actually going to be really big, and what do I mean by big? Like 30-foot wide. So Jillian and I have been calling those deluxe sites. And that's because you're going to have plenty of room for your vehicle, plenty of room for the RV spot, and a big old campsite. So it'd be really nice. Probably even have room to bring a friend, if you know what I mean.
So once again, we're trying to save as many trees. And it actually works out really nicely for the property. We want to have different sizes anyway. So we're glad that we can save the trees and offer a variety of different size lots.
There's the RV line right there. Obviously, we're going to have to take out the tree in the middle or move it. And you see back there, I cut down a bunch of trees a couple videos ago. A bunch of dead ones. We want to get anything dead that could fall. And there's the second line right there. And that's 30 feet right there. That's a good size lot right there.
That's 40 feet?
40 feet.
Perfect.
This RV spot's very obvious and basically ready to go. We don't have to do much to this one. I think I'm going to clear out this little spot here where I knock down some trees for extra vehicle, maybe a bring a friend campsite option. But either way, very, very easy for this one. And this here is Jillian's favorite spot. The idea here is the RV would be here, and then the spare vehicle would be here, or bring a friend would be here. And you can always, park two or whatever, do a tent camp. Either way, RV there, vehicle there. What do you think? I think that's what you said. Anyways, you like this spot?
Yeah, I like this spot the best too because it has probably the most trees. This is probably gonna be our most natural looking one. So we're glad that we can save most of the trees on this spot.
All right, so we're gonna quickly measure it. All right, so it's about 32 feet lengthwise and about 16 feet widthwise, especially once I take out this group of taller trees that are kind of like clumped together. I'm going to take that little group out. And then this spot right here is more than big enough for any type of large vehicle that could pull any trailer. So definitely a good spot right there. So last night I was driving around with the excavator, just looking around, pulling some trees out, and thinking about where I wanted to put some RV spots here. And so I went ahead and cleared this little spot here. Now this is the smallest sized RV spot that I have here because of the way the angle of the property line goes. And so it's really short. It's like only 25 feet. So we already measured it. It's 25 feet by like 25 feet. So it's kind of like a little square-ish circular type RV spot here. But what we were thinking is right there, I can put a vehicle. And so I can just cut 20 feet in and make a vehicle spot right there. No problem at all. And that way somebody could have a pod or tent campsite right there. Shouldn't be an issue right there. It'd be a really nice little spot. You can even have bring a friend and do it right there. Either way, it's going to be kind of cool, and we'll get it set up. All right. And then we are looking at these little areas here too. Now, the property line's like way back there. So what I have here is we have a spot right here to where I could go in here. The truck or whatever pulling it could park right there, and they can pull in right there. And then right here, all the way back there, I have like 70 feet. That right there could be lined up perfectly for an RV. And then this way we can keep that tree line there. And this tree line here with that big tall tree could exist as well. And I just bulldoze or excavate all the way back through there. And then right where this big pile of brush is from where I cleaned out that spot, this is where we're talking about putting in our road that goes back into the woods over there and cutting it to the left out to the front. And that way we could have a U-shaped driveway. So it's a continuation from where we enter all the way around. So that's our plan with this campsite and hopefully future cabin sites. But I need to go ahead and get started excavating, and also I have to get rid of that wasp nest because that wasp nest is not something I want to accidentally run over and deal with. All right, so since I'm going to be driving the excavator to grab all these dead trees that we cut down a few weeks ago, I'm not sure if you remember, I disturbed that and they came swarming out. They didn't swarm out towards me. They just swarmed out over their nest. And yeah, I'm not going to have that. I don't want that to be around my children. And I definitely don't want to accidentally hit it with the excavator as I'm driving through and then just get swarmed while I'm in the excavator and be stuck in there. So yeah, we're going to deal with that right now. That is a nasty little nest there. It is quite huge, but we got fire. All right. Well, they never knew what hit them. It was quick. Next step is this brush pile. I have this huge brush pile. I'm going to go ahead and get that burning too. That way, while I'm out here, I can watch it, make sure it doesn't spread. Plus the excavator, it's a great tool to have to avoid spreading brush fires. In Alaska, it spreads so easy. I think, especially as the season goes on, they get so dry. Everything gets so dry, even though it's green. But yeah, that worked out really good. Flamethrower to the rescue. I wish we had more knowledge on this property. I mean, sadly, since it was abandoned, we don't really know. But digging up with the excavator, I found another cabin or the remnants of another cabin that had been destroyed at some point. And so this is the other parts of a different cabin, completely different cabin. And I found wood in the back part of the woods too, where it had been cut down, but it wasn't just tree cuts. It was also more cabin stuff. So I'm wondering if this guy also attempted to do some kind of Airbnb thing. I have no idea, but kind of interesting. All right, so we're going to start clearing out all of our RV spots, taking all the trees out of here and grading the ground here. Hopefully we'll be able to get through a bunch of this and have it ready for next summer. But we need to get some of the trees out so that way we can use them for our wood stove at our main house and clear it out for next year's progress. All right, so there's a few things I want to do while I still have the excavator here for cleaning out the RV sites. Now, sadly, it is wet. I'm not able to get in the back as much as I want to. So maybe a next year kind of project where I can bring in some heavy gravel and gravel as I go. And then that way I can just gravel and push and be able to have a platform to be able to put the excavator on. But there are some trees here that are really, really close to the power lines and I want to get rid of those. And there's one big one that I need to lay over. And I'm going to use the excavator to help me do that. So there's this one here, and you can see it's basically on the power line. And then there's this big one back here. Now, hopefully it doesn't land on these two beautiful poplar trees, but the big one is right here. I mean, it's got to be so old. It's the tallest one, obviously, right there. I mean, it's a huge, massive, massive tree. And it's leaning. It's actually, if you look at it right here, it's leaning just a little bit versus straight. And the power line's right there. Right there's the power line. And the line is coming right to us at a diagonal. And if it falls over this winter, it'll fall over right on top of that power line. And it's on my part of the easement. Oh, so we're going to use the excavator and hopefully lay it in between these two sets of poplars here. But let's go ahead and give it a shot here. I'm going to move the truck and grab the chainsaw. All right, well, that really wasn't that bad at all. Came down just fine. All right, next up, the big one. There we go. Perfect! Oh, right between the two trees. Yes. That was a big tree. Oh my goodness. That's perfect. So as you can see there, I started sinking down pretty heavy. And in fact, there's already so much frost on it now that it's starting to freeze, which is kind of a good thing. So basically I can't continue anymore because what I need to do is I need to bring in a bunch of pit run to lay in there and kind of harden the ground. And the pit run's basically just rock and dirt and sand, and that'll actually help elevate it because as you can see, it's quite sunken down right here, and that'll let me finish that. But I'm gonna have to wait and do that next year, and so it'll be good for next year. But other than that, we actually got quite a bit done before they had to come and pick up the excavator. So I'm glad we got this far this year. Next year, we'll probably be able to do a lot more during the summer because we're gonna start a lot earlier. But we got a lot of work done while we were here. But to finish this out, I got all these brush piles that I need to take care of and burn up. So I'm going to start burning those up. Don't have my torch, but I do have some gasoline and a little hand torch. So I'm going to use that. Gasoline, I mean diesel, to light it up because diesel just does such a better job. Burns longer and it's not so explosive. So I'm gonna light it up here and we're gonna get to burning some of these brush piles. All right, well, I got those fires started. They'll burn real nice here. That's why I moved them all into the clearing here. I don't want to take a chance of catching the woods on fire, even though everything's been rained on and very green this past week. This is the first sunny day we've had in a hot minute, but just want to get this stuff burned up nice and safe and get it out of the way. There we go. Finally got that one going. All right, we're gonna let this stuff burn up. We're gonna head back home. We got to take care of the chickens, we got to take care of the pigs, and we have to prep for winter. But before we say goodbye, we're gonna head into town and grab a sweet treat on our way home. I'm glad we stock up at Costco. Death fluid around here is a lot more expensive, so it's nice to have it in the truck ready to go when we run out. Or should I say the van?
Your Bubba's so funny. Is he so funny?
Mommy, this one.
Pretty cool. Part 2. Here we go. Hey there, how's it going?
Good, how are you guys?
Good. Wow, look at all that.
You want that one? There is the mini key lime pie
All right, and the blueberry.
and the mini blueberry.
Whoa, that looks nice.
So this is the Heath Bar donut, and it's perfect for fall.
Look at that.
Isn't that cute, little pumpkin? She's waiting so patiently.
Are you excited?
Is it good?
Yummy, huh?
All right, look at the inside there. It looks so good. All right, so now I'm gonna try it. Yeah. Yeah, definitely can taste the Heath Bar. It's really good.
Yeah.
First, I need this knife.
Good?
Then, Mama.
I've gotten the key lime pie in the past, and I want to see if it still tastes as good as it was when I first had it. Yeah, it tastes as good as I remember.
Super good and tangy.
Yes, and I have had some of the best key lime pie visiting Florida on the Keys, and this is just as good or even better. So yeah, highly recommend the key lime pie.
All right, and there is the blueberry one. Now, obviously, I can't eat the crust, but I can have a little bit of the topping. That is fantastic. It's so sweet. And you got a little bit of the bitter of the blueberry. It's so, so good.
All right, I just got done tasting the blueberry lemon pie, and it is so good as well. However, if I had to just pick one, it would be the original key lime pie.
Man, that is good. That's bomb.com right there. I could eat 100 of those. Do you want some, bud?
Yeah.
Okay, good. More for me.
I just
Yeah, one good thing about these is the kids don't,
They don't care for the tartness of it.
so more for mom.
Yep. What you talking about?
They got their donut, and we got our own little sweet treat for once.
I'm just glad the abandoned cabin's gone. It's over.
Yes, we are so glad that it is gone and that the RV sites have been started. A little bummed about the weather kind of messing up the rest of our plans for the year.
Slowed us down a little bit.
But, you know, it's the time of the year where everything's wet and fall, you know, winter is pretty much here. It actually froze last night.
Yeah.
So
Frost on the ground.
the mountains are actually covered in snow. And what we call the first snow on the mountains here is termination dust.
Yep.
Summer has been terminated and winter has started. So, kind of sad, but we're glad that the project's done for the year and we can move on.
All right. I want to say thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time on Good Living Alaska.
Bye.
Oh, and if you're in the area, check it out. Beckaroo and the Bread Guide. They're great right here in the SOLDOTNA Mall area. Bye. Cheers. Don't get bread on me. Don't want to get sick. Cheers. I really like the blueberry too.
They're both really good. But this is my favorite.
Yeah. It reminds me of like it's like so sweet, it's like candy, you know? And then it has that like little tanginess to it. It's so good.
I gotta try it one more time.
You try it one more time. She's gonna eat the rest of it. That's what she's gonna do.
Today and not tomorrow.